Greetings, Bapu family. Bapu, believe ambitiously, persevere opportunities outstandingly. Today's topic, withdrawal of AstraZeneca vaccine. The withdrawal of the AstraZeneca vaccine because of health problems it posed. TTS, thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome. Yeah, that's it. Thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome. That's what AstraZeneca vaccine pose. It's a blood clot. It causes a blood clot. And as a result, the drug, the COVID-19 vaccine, AstraZeneca, is no longer on the market. And the explanation given is that they had a COVID-19 vaccine that is up to date to tackle the new variants of the COVID-19. And the question I want to ask is, when the company that produce or manufacture AstraZeneca realized that the vaccine posed such health risk. The vaccine caused TTS, which is thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome. That's the word. That's what it posed. And if it posed such risk, was it a case in which the financial aspect was more important than the humanitarian aspect? So at this point, there is no longer a COVID-19 drug by the name of AstraZeneca. It is no longer on the market because of the health risk it poses. Therefore, when I look at these COVID-19 variants and various vaccines to trample on these variants, first of all, I am aware that all medication has side effects, right? But this is the situation at hand. AstraZeneca led to many deaths, and there must be investigation as to when they were aware that the vaccine posed such health risk, that it actually caused TTS, which is thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome. When they realize that it posed such great health risk, when it is like give a man a box of cigarettes, and after he smoked the last one, he was informed that, smoking can cause cancer, you present the vaccine a certain way. That is how I look at it. Afterward, you are informing the public. And it's not as if it was a willingly, it was a decision by AstraZeneca. It was actually a court hearing which brought the truth. So they would have tight-lipped about it while people died. A lot of people would have died, and people died already. Died. And others will actually follow suit because of no disclosure of that the drug, that the vaccine actually caused TTS. It can't be a situation because where you have such a integral vaccine, such a vaccine that people who wish, because it's always about choice, people who wish to be vaccinated wasn't told the truth about the vaccine with regards to its side effects. Every drug has side effects, whether a prescription drug, whenever, over the counter, wherever, whatever, it has side effects. Effects, plural. So, AstraZeneca vaccine pose such great health risk, and people were introduced to such vaccine, and to this very day there are complications. They experience complications. How can it be that there was no transparency? There was no transparency in the beginning about AstraZeneca's side effects. It wasn't after they learned of such side effects. I'm aware that there was a rush to create a vaccine to trample on various COVID-19 and the COVID-19 variants. But they were aware of the side effects. They were aware. And oftentimes you have a situation in which people can easily access the information on these drugs, and these vaccine and the vaccines. People can easily access information about the vaccine, but you will never see that it caused TTS, even though they were aware. Because people wouldn't take AstraZeneca. Because you wouldn't be taking something, well, at least people of rational thinking would take it. Because it is like smoking. The chief medical, for example, cigarette, the chief medical officer warns that smoking kills. That's not going to change people from smoke. That's not going to stop smokers. That's not going to stop people from smoke. But there must be accountability and transparency in all aspects of life. It cannot be a situation where public health, there's health of an individual, health of people who took the vaccine should have been of utmost importance. From the beginning, I wasn't a fan of vaccination, but it's always important that freedom of choice. I always try to respect one's freedom of choice. But I am not a fan of vaccination, COVID-19 vaccination, because of certain unanswered questions and certain stuff, But for the long and short of it, people should have been aware of these side effects. And if they so willingly choose to take the vaccine, regardless of these side effects, the liability, AstraZeneca the company would be liable for any health risk posed, because they would have been aware the same way. Cigarette company, the chief medical officer wants that smoking kills. So therefore, this is to prevent. This is a statement which can prevent lawsuit. So if someone died from smoking cigarette, there cannot be any legal issue, because at least the chief medical officer wants. So it's all about your by choice. So you choose to smoke. So vaccination, vaccination, this whole COVID-19 vaccine and your vaccine. And there were people who, quote unquote, fully vaccinated, and they got the virus. And not just, there was a repeat there, over and over, different variants they got over and over. So it actually when you take a vaccine, right? Any vaccine, it is to create immunity from any strain of what was introduced to the body. So if you introduce something to your body, a foreign matter, whatever it is, to the body, to fight against a possible variant, any variant of COVID-19, and you realize that you are COVID-19 positive, it means that you were in fact infected, rather than it create immunity. So only a virus can fight a virus. Only a bacteria can fight a bacteria. So we have to understand how things work. It's not as though AstraZeneca want to issue vaccine all over the world and then come out to say that the vaccines indeed cause TTS. Can you imagine people who took the job took AstraZeneca vaccine? Can you imagine what is going through their mind at this time? Can you imagine the panic? Can you imagine the worry? They are saying what? Yes. It's life. As what I said in an earlier post, there will always be consequences to one's action. People willingly